Good morning, everybody. We welcome you to our monthly Coffee with the Community here as part of our series. Caitlin, could you grab that door real quick? I'm hearing a little bit of an echo here as we get started. We're at the boardroom here in the District Administration Center. My name is Dallas Ackerman. I'm the Communication Director here, and we are so glad to be with you for another month. We're excited to welcome a premier presenter, that being Mr. Joel Lovelady. He is our Director of Safety and Security in LPS, and so great to get to know him over the last few months. He started July 1st, and he's going to introduce himself and then give a department update over the next 10-15 minutes or so. Because this is our audience building portion of the program, I'm going to take just a few moments to give you a couple reminders. One, that it's hard to believe that we will have our final Coffee with the Community held virtually here on Facebook Live coming up next month. That will be on Thursday, December the 12th. And the title of that presentation will be Making Room for Opportunities, and that will be with Chief Operations Officer Mr. Steve Anderson. Of course, as you well know, if you're in and around the Liberty School District boundaries, you will notice construction projects taking place all over, and he will give us some great information coming up in December. We're working now and looking at filling up our second semester schedule, which will get started again in January of 2025. We'll have another session in February. We will be off in March due to spring break, and then we will close the series out in April with a end-of-year State of the District update from Dr. Jeremy Tucker, our superintendent. I have my coffee here this morning. I know Mr. Lovelady has his coffee as well that he will bring to the podium. I also want to, since we're talking about Joel and featuring his department this morning, if you don't follow our LPS podcast, In the Loop with LPS, I had a chance to connect with Joel right out of the gate back, I think, in August. We had a chance to visit, and we kind of went in depth, talked for about 35 minutes, and I would encourage you to go back if you haven't listened to that, and you can find even more about the interesting life of Joel Lovelady. So with that, hopefully the audience is built. I'm going to have Mr. Lovelady come to the podium and welcome him to Coffee with the Community. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. I don't know about the premier presenter, but thank you for having me. Glad to have the opportunity to talk about my shop and kind of what we do, a little bit about me. So if you would, we'll jump right into the presentation. I'll cover a little bit of my background, what brought me here, the experience that I bring, and then we'll kind of go over the team and our collaboration and partnership with the district. So with that, we'll jump right in to a quick presentation that we put together. As Dallas said, my name is Joel Lovelady. I'm a lifelong resident here of Kansas City, much of the time within the Liberty School District. I have 26 years of prior law enforcement experience with the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. And as Dallas said, I retired this past year and took the opportunity that I was grateful to get with the Liberty Public School District as the position of Director of Safety and Security. So some of my work assignments during my time with Kansas City included patrol, our Special Operations Division, our SWAT team, investigations, had the opportunity to work in our Law Enforcement Resource Center, and then my last assignment prior to my retirement was Director of the Regional Training Academy. So as the Regional Training Academy, we had the opportunity to train agencies, not just Kansas City, but agencies throughout the area that helped network and build partnerships and relationships with the various agencies and chiefs that I now work with and continue to work with. I'm married. I've got 2 kids. I have one that has graduated from the district, one that is still within the district. So for the last 14, 15 plus years, we've been in district and been excited to be a part of it, and now continue that and expand with my current role. In my previous assignment with employment with Kansas City, I had some great opportunities where I was able to work with and partner with some of the various local, federal, and state agencies with Royals World Series celebrations, Chief Super Bowl parades, the draft, and I got to partner and collaborate with the community partners in the area, businesses that were impacted with that, the Kansas City Sports Commission, and the great team that Kathy has there. And then really continue to build on those as I changed the role, but continue to network and build on that. My time within the department, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department, is really where I got the interest in school safety. My mother was a teacher, my uncle was a teacher, my sister still is a teacher, and during my time in the Special Operations Division, we started working with area schools on active shooter response, threat assessments, building site security and physical security. So as this opportunity came up, it was one of my, really the only job that I was going to leave for, and luckily was able to secure it. So enough about me. Our goal overall for the Safety and Security Department is to provide a safe and secure environment for our students, staff, and visitors within the district. Our leadership team here at Liberty Public Schools and our community has been incredibly supportive. That's how it was described to me when I came in, and I've seen nothing but that as we continue to move through this school year. With everything that we have going on here, the schools are really kind of their own little city. They continue to move from 7 a.m. until late in the evening with 12,000 students, over 2,000 staff, 19 buildings that safety and security is responsible for. Like I said, they're like a small city, and there's always something going on from performing arts, sports, student council, band, really anything that you can think of, our schools have that activity going on with it. Organizational chart, I work under operations. I work for Steve Anderson, and with that, we've got 2 mobile supervisors that are able to respond and assist to any of the schools as needed. They're kind of split in half. Each high school has a supervisor. Kim True at Liberty High School, Chip Taylor at Liberty North High School, Becky Wagner and Jennifer Bender are my mobile supervisors. And with that, we've got at least 1 armed security staff at each building, and that includes from the morning time through Kids Zone in the afternoon. And really, it's the support of the Board of Education here has helped with Gary Major's efforts in structuring that, where we've got the support for each building as their individual needs, their hours, their individual layout, to build and support that, to provide that safe environment for everyone and all of our visitors, students and staff. So a layered approach, operational, capital investment, systems, partnerships, and relationships. The district has been incredibly supportive. The Board of Education, the community, has been incredibly supportive as we've moved through increasing and updating our entryway systems, to ensure that we have a proper accountability of who's coming in. We know who's coming in. We know who's in the building. And in addition to that, updating security cameras to include interior, exterior. That's all recorded, that should we need to go back and look at something, we've got it. Our partnerships with the community, our relationships with not just the schools and the community itself, but with outside law enforcement. Sheriff Aiken, Chief Martin from Liberty PD, all really build this layered approach to provide a safe environment for our students, staff, and visitors. Operationally, we've got 25 armed security officers, 10 unarmed safety monitors. Our safety monitors are people that work under the Safety and Security Division, and they're an extra set of eyes and ears in the hallways with the vast schools that we have and the large buildings. It helps to have extra people monitoring our entranceway as students are coming in, the hallways and exteriors, and the cameras throughout the day. We partner with Liberty PD with 1 school resource officer, and we have 1 administrative assistant. Together, my team has over 200 years of law enforcement experience, including investigations, so detectives from robbery, crimes against children, homicide, you name it, the background is there, including special operations or SWAT, K-9, community outreach, and SROs. So a very diverse very diverse but yet experienced team that provides the safety and security for our district. So our elementary school expanded recently, and we now have, like I said, one armed security officer within each building. Middle schools, same thing. We have an armed security officer in there. And with the mobiles, we're able to backfill should someone get sick, injured, need time off, bereavement, whatever it may be, so that we ensure that we have coverage within our district. Our high schools, like I said, each have their own supervisor, including a PM's officer, so that way the later activities for sports, performing arts, whatever it is, a club, we have coverage through the evening. We also have an on-call system that is set up that should we need something after hours, after 8 or 9 p.m., you can call in 736-7777. Number we're very much trying to brand to ensure that people have that number should they need it both internally and externally, so that you get some response 24/7. If you call, that phone's going to ring and you will get a person. That includes our early childhood center and our academy. There's our mobile officers, Jennifer Benda, Becky Wagner, Thad Seaver, Thomas Hammond. Capital investments. Recently, the district has really invested in not only the aesthetics of the schools and upgrading to their buildings, which I'm still, as the new person, still learning, but we've shored up our exterior perimeter, continue to rotate through our upgrades in cameras and expand their capabilities. And then recently we just completed our radio conversion from analog over to digital. So that not only includes safety and security, but that touches into transportation so that we have greater range, better communications throughout the district. Our systems, we include a visitor pass management system. Like I said, if a guest comes to one of our schools, they get checked in with a background check so we can ensure that we don't have anyone who shouldn't be around children or in a school gets flagged, and we're alerted to that. We've got Incident Tracker, which is an internal reporting system that we can track and document our incidents should we unfortunately have anything. Sprigio is a reporting system that you can do anything from, we get everything from vapes, bullying, concerns, fears, anything like that. Threat assessments, that's not only for external but internal. We've got people trained, and we actually train the staff in signs and symptoms, trying to get ahead of anything versus a reactionary response. So our team is trained, my team is trained in threat assessments, open door protocols, our camera life cycle. In the digital world, technology expires, it moves very quickly. So as I mentioned earlier, that's kind of the improvements in capital investment that we've made to continue as those age out and the technology ages out, that we partner and work through that. Our systems, our emergency response protocols. So with that, each building, like I said, has its own emergency response plan, where they may relocate to, how they handle earthquake, fire, tornado drills, and things like that. Security surveys are shared throughout the district, so we get feedback and open lines of communication on where we may have gaps or where we may need to improve. Under the influence protocol, should someone come in, whether it's narcotics or alcohol, we've got protocols to handle that, as well as our on-call that I discussed, bomb threat, our bus intervention program. We work with our transportation department to go over how they should respond and react, and then also this year we also implemented the awareness, because the bus drivers have a great relationship with our students as they're picking them up every day, dropping them off every day. They develop great relationships and partnerships with those kids. And so they know their baseline, what they do, how they normally act, and they can intervene with us and alert us or a counselor or whatever that need may be based on what they're observing. And like I said, the 24-hour on-call phone, we're really, really trying to push that so that people have that when they need it. And again, it's 736-7777. If you go to our website and you go under Operations Department, you'll find Safety and Security. Within that, you've got links to Sprigio, the school safety line, Let's Talk, which is a way to chat really about anything. If it's safety and security, it'll get routed to me. If it's a communications question, obviously it'll get routed to Dallas. the suicide and crisis line for those that are in need, and then the UK website, which is if you're feeling in danger. So there's a vast amount of resources within our site, and again, it's under Operations tab, Safety and Security. Partnerships. I can't speak highly enough of what Liberty Public Schools has already built prior to me being here. Gary Majors did a great job building the foundation. Pardon me while I enjoy my coffee as well. Gary Majors did a great job building partnerships and getting support from our Board of Education, our President, Angie Reed, our Vice President, Karen Rogers, Nick Bartlow, Jen Bauer, A.J. Bird, Danielle Currents, and Drew Marriott have all been incredibly supportive of the district overall and specifically my safety and security job. Liberty Police Department with Chief Martin has been great, working with our SRO, Officer Cronin. Kansas City, Missouri Police Department, obviously a fond point of my career and my journey. Still have great relationships with them in the Fusion Center as far as threat assessments and some of the things that Dallas and the district had to address earlier with the Georgia tragedy and the subsequent kind of fallout of that of threats around the nation. Missouri Highway Patrol, Clay County Sheriff's Department, the FBI, Liberty Fire Department, KCEFD, their fire department, Metro Area Safety Directors Association. And what that is that is a network of people that have my job or a similar job that we can bounce ideas off of. We can discuss various products and technology that we may be looking into, and is it a good fit, their experience with it, and really network on, hey, what are our best practices for safety and security for schools and similar size schools, and things that they may have encountered that we may not have, and vice versa. They may encounter a problem that we have dealt with and they haven't. So it's really a networking amongst directors or similar job duties and assignments. Obviously, our students, the relationships here with the students has been amazing. With the reports that we get from, like I said, when we were dealing with our threat assessments and some of the images that were posted and some of the things that were said, the amount of students that came forward, pardon me, sharing what they had seen or what they had heard shows the level of comfort and the relationships that have been built with my staff and the administrators overall. And then the staff. Obviously, we're a support mechanism for the district. Steve Anderson really emphasized that on my hiring of, hey, we're working in collaboration with. We're not on an island, like I said. Each building is its own, has its own needs and uniqueness about it, and really partnering and collaborating and working with that staff and the various admin. And that's been a really, really fun part of the job so far, is getting to meet all the various staff. Our resources. I talked about our website. It's there up on the board, www.lps53.org/security. There you can read the bios of all of our team members that you saw in the pictures earlier. Safe storage, there's resources as far as fentanyl, drug overdose resources, how to talk to your student about school safety. We've got some flyers that we have on various topics, and we're working to get that digitized so that it's a downloadable document, or you can at least view it. And again, that's been the investment in safety and security, the support that we've had, is getting these resources built and getting them out there so they're accessible to people. And with that concludes my quick presentation that Caitlin helped me put together in Canva, since I'm not a Canva person really. I very much appreciate it. And Dallas, with that? No questions. My contact information is up there should you want it. Joel.lovelady@lps53.org. That's my desk number there, 736-7319. If I miss you, I will get back with you as quick as possible. But again, with 19 buildings, a ton of students, a ton of staff, and kind of, like I said, rebuilding and ensuring what Gary Majors did a great job with, and the support of my boss, Steve Anderson, I'm trying not to be at my desk very often. It's getting out, networking, and really getting to know the buildings, the students, and the admins, and even the visitors as they come in. So please, if you have a question, don't hesitate to reach out. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Dallas. Thank you.
Not much more to add here this morning. Just want to thank Joel for coming by. Did a great job with that presentation. See, I didn't lie. He is a premier presenter. And and we do thank him for providing us with a great resource. And as I mentioned, it's just been fantastic to get to know him over the course of the last several weeks, and we're fortunate to have him in LPS. Again, reminder, join us next month as we'll be joined by our Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Steve Anderson, who will provide us some great information on our construction update taking place all across the district. So have a great rest of the month. Have a wonderful upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. Talk to you next month.